Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video. Tons to go over regarding Sony delaying movies. We've got Scream 7 update, Nightmare on Elm Street update, Wonder Woman 3 update, so loads to go over. So let's just cut right to the trace and let's deep dive into this here. Now, as per usual, we do these every single week, weekly entertainment news videos. So if you are new to the channel and you like these types of updates every single week, every Friday or Saturday, we'll be posting this. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on these. And as per usual, timestamps will be in the description down below. So anything that you want to skip around to, anything you're more interested in, timestamps will always be in the description down below. But we'll get right to it here. Start off with a couple of trailers that got released this week. Big talking point and the big main one is the Loki season 2 trailer, which I believe earlier this week it announced it was 80 million views on that trailer. And of course, this is one of the more popular Disney Plus, Marvel Disney Plus shows. For me personally, season 1 is my favorite Disney Plus show that Marvel has put out so far, with WandaVision as a close second. I really liked what they did with season 1. I really liked the Loki Mobius tag team up, executed so well. And with this one, it really looks like it's taken on a new different dynamic. Ki Hong Kwang short round is looking like he's going to be an excellent addition to the cast. This one actually looks like it's going to be progressing the multiverse saga, which honestly I feel like these last couple of movies just have been on a standstill. Nothing really progressing in terms of this multiverse saga, everything just standalone projects, and even then it's just been falling very flat. So phase 4 and phase 5 has just been very mixed. However, this is like a light at the end of the tunnel. Really excited to see what they're going to do with season 2. Loving this little time swapping hopping thingy that Loki is doing. So I'm really excited about this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below for Loki season 2. If you've seen Loki season 1, what are your thoughts on it and what your thoughts are on this trailer. And for the next trailer that we're going to talk about here is the Spy Kids Armageddon movie that is going to be releasing on Netflix. I'll be completely honest, I was a huge fan of the Spy Kids growing up. Like, I really loved the movies, especially the first like 2 movies were so fun, excellent, great adventure watching these kids and the family. I'll be honest, this trailer just did not do it for me. I don't know, maybe if I've just grown out of that franchise and it's for the new generation to enjoy, but this trailer just didn't do anything for me. I don't even think I'll even be watching this, but because it got released, I know there are some Spy Kids fans out there. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this trailer if you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, would you check it out? Do you think that this is one you would want to watch? Let me know in the comment section down below. And then the final trailer I want to talk about, I never got a chance to discuss it. It came out really early last week because I was so focused on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie reviews. By the way, playlist will be somewhere around here if you want to check out all those reviews. I never got a chance to make a short or even comment about the sawx trailer, but my god, this trailer was incredible. I love the plot of this movie, and it looks like it's going back to like that Saw plot and the gore and the kills. I really am looking forward to this movie. It definitely looks like it's going to be one of the better Saw movies, especially granted after the last few, which I again mentioned wasn't a huge fan of. I'm loving the direction that they're going with this movie. John Kramer just looks so menacing, and of course like the kills, the poster with the tube with like putting it as an X. My theory was that it's going to be mouses going in, but it actually is like a vacuum with your eyeballs popping out if you don't break all your fingers. So I love the gore in this. I love what they're doing with this. You even got like a doctor having to perform brain surgery on his head, so this just looks like it's going to be incredible. And also you've got the return of Amanda in this movie, so again I'm really looking forward to this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Will you be checking out the movie? What your thoughts are on the trailer? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the first news story we are going to be discussing is a couple of updates when it comes to the writer's strike. We might have seen the end or the ending coming soon for the writer's strike, as we got confirmation here. So this is coming from Puck News, who has had stuff right in the past, and other scoopers have been picking up on this. But basically they're confirming here that reps for the studios and the streamers have reportedly expressed a desire to return to the negotiations with the SAG-AFTRA in a meeting on Friday. Now, at the time of this recording, I'm recording this on a Thursday, so most likely once we do, if we hear an update, I'll probably add it in the editing. But this is basically coming as after they've refused to return to the negotiation with the SAG about a week ago, they're ready to now meet with them to start renegotiating. This most likely has come from a lot of like big name A-lister actors like Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, amongst others, have donated about $1 million each towards the writers and the actors that are in need of help, because the studios have been wanting to just wait this out so that when the writers and the actors lose their homes, they are going to have to go back to work. So that was their logic with the studios. But now that they see that you've got people donating money, not just big actors, but I see a lot of like other people that are in support of the strike also donating money. So the studios are seeing this. So now I'm guessing that because of this, they know that they've got food and water and stuff like that for the next 6 months. They're going to be losing lots of money in the meantime. So they are willing now to renegotiate. So we should be hearing something on Friday. And we even got here coming from the Wrap when it comes to what they're trying to work on and agree on. It says here that the insiders said that of the issues that are required mutual agreement among the producers, they were really close on the questions of artificial intelligence and how to protect the rights of actors to their digital likeness, which I'm hoping that means that AI is just going to be completely abolished because it's so ridiculous with this whole AI concept. But as we continue here, another issue on which progress was made was residuals, and the actors demand that the producers pay 2% of the revenue on a streaming platform as residual. But a thorny issue remains that the guild is demanding a third-party data source to determine how successful a show has been, something that the streamers have been reluctant, to put it mildly, to grant. Basically what that means is that they want the residuals, but they also want it to be based on how successful the show is, because we have no idea. You see it on Netflix, like top 10 of this week and that kind of stuff, but you don't actually see how many views a certain show or a certain movie has. Like there's this movie called The Outlaws that came out on Netflix. I was planning on watching it, but I've heard such terrible reviews on that movie, so most likely it hasn't gained a lot of views, but you'll never get to see that. Or like a documentary that nobody cares about and they produce it, we'll never know how many views it has. So the writers and the actors want some kind of information, a third-party data source to produce that kind of information, so that they can know how much residual checks they'll be getting, how many people are viewing their shows. So that's amongst another issue that they are looking at working on. So hopefully we should be hearing something by then for the writers' strike. Hopefully this is going to be soon coming to an end. The writers and the actors get what they fully deserve, and now we do see progress and that the strike doesn't last too long now. But again, like, we'll keep up to date with this. I'll definitely put in some edits if we do get updates. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Are you excited that they are going to be meeting? Are you worried? What are your thoughts are? What you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now for the next news story, which I never thought I would ever see the day, but we're most likely going to be getting a Crayon movie. Yep, you heard me right. We're getting a Crayon movie pretty soon. Again, this is coming from the deadline. We've got Crayon company Crayola draws up plans to enter the entertainment business. So as we continue through the article here, so you've got the success of Barbie has seen toy company Mattel plot a new slate of movies based on its product. And I mean, a lot of movies are going to be coming out from Mattel, but we continue here. Crayola is now launching Crayola Studios, a new division to create content for kids and families, and has set its first project. It has teamed with Mimo Studios, which is run by former Nickelodeon chief Kaima Sagami, apologies if I butchered that name, to co-develop the alien adventures of Finn Caspian. It looks like it's an alien book, but as we continue through the article here, it says that this is based on a Gen Z Media Kids podcast, which I never even thought was a thing. Written and performed by Jonathan Messinga, the podcast was launched in 2016 and has released 12 seasons, 260 episodes. So it centers around an 8-year-old boy aboard the famous Marlow Explanatory Space Station together with friends, explores Troop 301, which takes off from the Marlow to explore uncharted planets, help aliens and solve mysteries that threaten to destroy the space station. So probably a nice, entertaining, fun movie for kids. But with Crayola, they are probably going to be looking to do a Crayon movie as well, because, you know, you're a kid, you're drawing with crayons, you're looking at the crayon and you thought, you know what, this would be a great movie someday. I mean, to be honest with you, I've been complaining that there's not any fresh new ideas when it comes to Hollywood. It's all remakes and requels. I guess this is a brand new idea, so I gotta give them credit for it, but I'm really curious to see what kind of movies they'll be making, especially with crayons. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what your thoughts are about this. Now, from one ridiculous idea to the next ridiculous idea is we've got confirmation that a Monopoly movie is in the works from Lionsgate and Hasbro. I swear to you, I'm not making this shit up. So this is coming from the Collider here, saying the news comes as Lionsgate moves to acquire the toy brand. So from the article here, it says that as per the new report in Variety, Lionsgate has acquired Entertainment One E1 TV and film operation from Hasbro. The deal, made for approximately $500 million, is expected to close by the end of the year, and one of the movies that comes out of this is a long-awaited Monopoly movie. I honestly didn't know anybody has been waiting for a Monopoly movie. This has been in development for a long time. So you've got Kevin Hart and Tim Story and Ridley Scott attached to this project at different points, but nothing came to fruition. But it looks like it is got the green light. There's no director attached, no actors, nothing like that at all. But we'll be curious to see how this movie comes out. I can kind of picture it, to be completely honest with you. Like, I can kind of picture how this movie can go, kind of like that Jumanji vibe to it. But I don't know anybody that's been asking for a Monopoly movie. I don't know who has ever been playing, again, similar to the Crayons, who's ever been sitting there playing Monopoly and thought, you know what, this would be a great movie someday. Because guess what? There's always going to be people that play Monopoly. I've been playing Monopoly for years with my cousins, and there's always that one person, and I'm speaking to you, you know who I'm talking about, the one that's always cheating and stealing the money. So if you are watching this and you have played with me, you know exactly who you are, you thief. So it does have potential, it really does, but we'll be definitely keeping an eye out on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, what your thoughts are about this turning into a bloody movie. Do you think it's going to work? Out of the two, the Crayons and the Monopoly movie, which one catches your eye? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now moving on to the next news story, one I didn't think we would ever get an update for, but we've actually got kind of an update when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll explain more here, but this all started with this Twitter user called the V Scooper. I don't know if he's reliable or not. I've not really been following him, but he basically sent out a tweet saying a Nightmare on Elm Street requel is in development. Blumhouse has been secretly working on making a requel of the first entry of this saga. The revival is a high priority. We don't have a date yet, but we shouldn't expect it so far away. Requel basically means that this is going to be a sequel to the original movie, so everything else is not canon. So Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 3 and continuous, like Jason vs. Freddy, will not be canon in this timeline, so it'll just be the first movie, and then it will be this movie, the one that they're working on. But like I said, I don't know if this person is reliable or not, but we did some backstory, dug a little bit deeper here, and I just want to read everything that this person wrote before we move on to like other scoopers, more reliable ones that are more ones I follow and trust. But somebody asked him then, I'm guessing you'll have to start Robert Englund, who was the original Freddy, giving out some theories here, and then maybe he'll pass the torch on, unless they've already have a trilogy of sorts planned out like they did with Halloween. And this V Scooper replied, yep, the idea is that Englund returns, but also heard a proposal to make Freddy CGI but with his voice. Hope they can continue with the makeup on the actor instead. And yes, Blumhouse wants to make trilogies of everything, so more of this can come. Just based on this, I really hope this isn't the case, having a CGI Freddy. I just don't think that would work. Also, just not having any of the other movies canon. Now, I'll be completely honest, Nightmare on Elm Street, I really enjoy that franchise. It has some great movies. The third movie is one of my favorites in the franchise, along with, and I'll be completely honest, the Freddy vs. Jason movie is so entertaining and enjoyable to watch. But having them where it's just the first one and nothing else is canon kind of sucks, to be completely honest, because the other movies are pretty good and pretty entertaining. And also the fact with Robert Englund, he also came out and said that he doesn't want to do another Friday the 13th movie, just because he just doesn't feel like he can physically do that kind of stunt work and performances and that kind of stuff either. So a CGI just wouldn't work. And also with it being Blumhouse, as much as I enjoyed the 2018 Halloween, some parts of Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends I enjoyed, I wish they did something different with the movie. The Exorcism movie, I'll be honest, like I said, the trailer just looks not that great for me, and I don't have high hopes with that trilogy of movies. So with Blumhouse, I don't really think that they could potentially get me that more excited. While I am excited, but not that excited. But we'll have to wait and see. But this is coming from One Take News, a more reliable scooper that I have been following. So they basically confirmed here that recently reports from a certain account, that is the V Scooper one, have spread like wildfires across the community, saying that Blumhouse is bringing back Freddy Krueger and the Elm Street franchise. We decided that it might be a good idea to break down the facts and tell you what we know. So as they continue here, first and foremost, we have been told that Wes Craven's estate has the rights locked in, which Bloody Disgusting first reported, and this was done back in 2019, that Wes Craven's family have got the rights to the franchise for a while now. And so this was reported back in 2019. New Line Cinema was the only studio who would have had any form of access to that said right. One Take News has heard from multiple sources that Jason Blum has been advocating to get the right and has been trying to convince the Craven estate for quite a while now. Last year, per the report from Puck, it was revealed New Line Cinemas, who released every film in the franchise, was negotiating to maintain the domestic rights to the franchise as well, to develop future films. As of now, it is unknown what came of that. So you've got New Line Cinema, you've got Blumhouse Studios all vying to try and get the rights so that they can produce a Friday the 13th movie. But as we continue here, they confirmed that rumours of the Craven estate finally given in, and that a bidding war secretly took place amongst the studios for the rights to the Elm Street in the last month or two. We at One Take News have only heard of these rumours but haven't been able to collaborate it at the time of this writing. The rumour states that Blumhouse won the rights to Elm Street and that they've been developing a new film. It has also been known to us and many within the inner circles of the studios that the Craven estate has priced Elm Street rights obnoxiously high and won't budge, thus making it harder to come for a new film to be developed and making the rumour of a bidding war seem less true. And I believe that because with Blumhouse Studios, their budgets aren't that high when it comes to their movies like Halloween and The Exorcist. So if the rumours are about the estate, the Wes Craven estate, placing this rights really high, I don't see Blumhouse winning this bidding war, especially saying that they have won the war and are secretly working on it. And they confirmed that Blumhouse is not developing a new Elm Street project, and then the rights do not belong to them. However, we have heard whispers of New Line regaining the rights, but we have not confirmed this. We reached out to New Line for comment on the matter and will update this article if they respond. So basically all the mumbo jumbo, long story short, is that no movie is being planned right now, but with the Craven estate leaning more towards giving the rights so that a studio can produce this movie, it looks like we are having an update with the Friday the 13th movie, that something will come out of this soon. We are going to be getting a Friday the 13th movie. We just don't know which studio is going to be doing it, what the budget will be, who is going to be playing Freddy Krueger, whether it's going to be a CGI or whether it's going to be Robert Englund or a brand new actor. But something is happening, something is in the works, which is something to be a little bit excited about if you are a Friday the 13th fan, which I honestly am. I love Freddy Krueger. I love Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. So this has got me a little bit of hope. Like I said, I'm excited but also worried if it is going to be Blumhouse with the Halloween and the exorcism thing that they've done there. But we just have to wait and see and keep our eyes out, of course. I'll definitely be updating on a future weekly entertainment news video down the line whenever we do get an update. But it's something to be excited about. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. If they are going to make it, are you excited? Which studio would you prefer them to take over the rights and do this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's continue the horror train here. So with the next news story we've got is an update to the Scream 7 movie. This was first reported from Bloody Disgusting, but we're looking at the Hollywood Reporter right now, confirming that Christopher Landon is set to direct Scream 7. So Happy Death Day and Freaky filmmaker takes over duties from Radio Silence, which helmed the previous two entries. So Lando is going to be taking over from Radio Silence to now develop the Scream 7 movie. He even posted on his Twitter saying 7 is a lucky number, more to come. And while I'll be honest, I've not seen Happy Death Day and I've not seen Freaky. I've heard great things. I'm curious to see what kind of direction he's going to go for, but kind of disappointed that Radio Silence aren't going to continue and direct Scream 7. But it looks like we are going to see something develop more when it comes to this. I'll be honest, Scream 5 and Scream 6, I really enjoyed those movies. While I wasn't a huge fan of like the reveal and the third act was a bit of hit and miss, overall the film was just great entertainment, bloody, gory. Ghostface was just an absolute killer in that movie, and I love the Manhattan, the New York settings. I'm kind of disappointed that Radio Silence isn't going to continue and go through their vision when it comes to Scream 7. Also, another reason that they are also going to be stepping back is that so that they can work on their horror movie called Dracula's Daughter, which basically centers around a group of kidnappers who have abducted a band of young people, one of whom ends up being the titular's character, Dracula's daughter. Woe then befalls the kidnappers. And it's also starring Melissa Barrera too, so they're going to be working on that project rather than the Scream 7 project. So again, I'm most likely going to watch Freaky just because I'm curious to see the direction of that movie and how his take is on horror movies. Curious and a bit disappointed though with Radio Silence not continuing their vision, but I'm curious now where we're going to see the direction of Scream 7. Really do hope they bring Stu back. I really want to see him in Scream 7. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What your thoughts are about this. Are you happy that there's going to be a new director? What are your thoughts are about this new director? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, let's switch directions and move on to some comic book news here. So we've actually got an update when it comes to Wonder Woman 3. Coming from the comic book here, it's saying that Gal Gadot is going to be developing a Wonder Woman 3 with James Gunn and Peter Safran Saffron. So it looks like it is back in the works here. So Gal Gadot is saying here, from what I've heard from James Gunn and Peter Safran, is that we are going to be developing a Wonder Woman 3 together. As we continue here saying, we are developing a third movie and we will see what happens with it. No one ever talked to me about freezing. I was told that I was in good hands and that I could be calm. Now, to be honest with you, I've got mixed feelings when it comes to this. Like, it looks like Patty Jenkins will definitely not be returning, so we're not going to be having that continuation from the disaster of 1984 Wonder Woman movie. And with Gal Gadot, I like her as Wonder Woman. I think she's a great person to portray Wonder Woman. Again, the 2017 movie, really fantastic movie. But I just don't understand. I thought this was supposed to be a complete reboot. Again, nothing against Gal Gadot, her portraying Wonder Woman. But this is sort of just like half-arsing this reboot because you're not bringing back Henry Cavill. You're not bringing back Ben Affleck. Ezra Miller, I just don't see is going to be returning as the Flash. Jason Momoa has kind of hinted that he will no longer be playing Aquaman, but we still don't know, and it's unclear, especially with his movie. So I just don't know. I just don't get it. Let this be a complete new reboot. Why have some actors returning, some actors not, doing a half reboot? It just doesn't make any sense. I was on board with John Cena remaining as Peacemaker. That kind of makes sense. But like the Black Adam gone, Superman gone, Batman gone, the Flash gone. It's very confusing having this reboot and bringing back certain actors and not bringing back the same actors, and it's got a lot of people divided in it. So I hope we do get more clarity when it comes to this, but let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Are you excited that they're going to be producing a Wonder Woman 3? Are you glad that Gal Gadot's going to be returning? Are you just as confused as me with this whole reboot? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so for the next news story here now, normally I don't really do rumors or anything like that. I rather just give you hard facts, confirmation, concrete evidence. But this was just a complete shit show when it comes to Fantastic Four casting. So you had earlier this week reports about Matt Smith being casted as Reed Richards, and I've seen a lot of people criticize this casting choice. Matt Smith, if you haven't seen anything other than Morbius, I highly recommend watching his performances in Doctor Who, because he was a fantastic Doctor. He was so brilliant, witty, intelligent, conniving. He was incredible in that role. So I highly recommend watching that work of Matt Smith, not the Morbius one, because that's just, nobody talks about Morbius anymore. But check out that stuff before saying that it's not a great casting choice. For me, I can see it, but we've got confirmation update here that Sue Storm will reportedly be the lead in the Marvel Studios Fantastic Four, and they are focusing on casting her first. However, rumors have been speculating that Vanessa Kirby is going to be set to play Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four movie. Again, this is not concrete. This has not been confirmed by Marvel or Disney or anybody or Kevin Feige. This has all just been speculation and rumors, as it has been done, because honestly every couple of weeks there's new rumors about who's going to be playing Fantastic Four. So because it's just been a complete shit show with who casting, thought I'd bring this out to you. But Vanessa Kirby is apparently rumored to be playing Sue Storm in this, and for me, I think that is a great casting choice. I think she would be an incredible Sue Storm, so I think this would be a great casting choice. But then we've got confirmation here that Ebon Moss-Bachrach is rumored to have been cast in Fantastic Four with a role that's being undisclosed, so nobody knows who exactly he'll be playing. Apparently, Marvel does want a fat white guy to play the Thing in Fantastic Four. I mean, I'm free, but it's just so confusing because you had like a few weeks ago, again, they had somebody completely different being confirmed to be playing the Thing, somebody that's not fat or white. So very confusing to know that now they're looking for a fat white guy. A really weird word choices, especially too, for that. It's very specific. And apparently that Galactus will be the main villain in Fantastic Four. So then once all this got speculated, then there was speculation that Jack Quaid, who was in Scream 5, great actor, he was apparently going to be reported to be playing Johnny Storm, but then he came out and said that he's not going to be playing Johnny Storm. Then it now was reported that Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things is reportedly going to be playing Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movie. So essentially what we've got basically is that Vanessa Kirby is going to be playing Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn is going to be playing Johnny Storm, Ebon Moss-Bachrach is, is an undisclosed role. Matt Smith is reportedly playing Reed Richards, and then we've got a fat white guy that's going to be playing the Thing. But of course, these are all rumours, and it's kind of weird that it's all being reported now because as the strike is ongoing, nobody's signing contracts or anything like that. So nothing has been signed, nothing has been concrete. But if this is true, then they are going to be signing once the strike is over. So I kind of believe that Vanessa Kirby is going to be playing Sue Storm. That's been rumoured for quite a while. I don't see Matt Smith being casted as there because Adam Driver reportedly turned down the role. So we still don't know who's going to be playing Reed Richards. So for me, honestly, take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to these casting choices. When it comes to Joseph Quinn, I can kind of see it. I think he would be a good Johnny Storm, and I wouldn't be too angry or too disappointed with him being that casted choice. But honestly, it's all just speculation. I just really want to know concrete who is going to be playing the Fantastic Four casting. Like, they need to make an announcement soon because honestly at this point it's just getting ridiculous. But what are your thoughts about these casting choices? Are you happy with them if they were the casting choice? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final news story, we've got confirmation, and this came out earlier this week, is that Sony has been delaying a lot of their movies here. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, confirming Spider-Verse, Kraven the Hunter delayed as first major theatrical dominoes fall amid the strikes. The dominoes have started falling on Friday as Sony made a number of changes to its theatrical calendar amid the actors and writers strike, including Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse off of its spring 2024 date, so March 2024, which honestly, even without the writer's strike, I don't think that this was going to happen. Haley Steinfeld, along with some of the other actors, have confirmed that they haven't even started voice recording for the upcoming movie. So this current movie, the Across the Spider-Verse, took about 5 years to make, and with no voice dialogue recorded or anything like that, they were never going to meet the March deadline, which honestly is so disappointing because right now, even after watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Spider-Verse movie is currently my favourite movie of the year so far. So I was really excited to see Beyond the Spider-Verse in 2024. But even without this writer's strike, with everything going on, it doesn't look like it was going to ever happen. So there's currently no time frame of when it is going to be released. I hope it's not going to be too long because I really am excited to see the movie. But I want them to take their time and just perfect everything because I can only imagine how long it takes to make these kind of animation movies. But what I found really weird here is that we continue through the article. Kraven the Hunter is moving from the October 6th release date of this year to August 30th of 2024. Sony does not want to release the R-rated action film without full marketing and publicity push that revolves around Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays a Spider-Man villain. So they're waiting over close to a year. The movie's already wrapped up and finished. Trailers have been released, but they don't want to do it without any marketing. They don't want Aaron Taylor Johnson. They want Aaron Taylor Johnson to go out and market this movie, which I just find a very odd choice. You're waiting a year to release this movie, and I don't know if anybody else is getting this, but this screams Morbius vibes. Like, Morbius released a trailer before the pandemic. The pandemic came, they released another trailer. The movie was scheduled to be released in January, got delayed till April, so it was just a complete disaster with that. And then even with the trailers, you had like all the Spider-Man hints, but nothing ever came of that in the movie. So this just is screaming like another Morbius situation with the movie itself. So that movie is now being delayed for close to a year. You've got also confirmation that the Karate Kid movie is also being relocated because of the strike. So from June 7th of 2024 to December 13th, 2024. Odd month to release a Karate Kid. Maybe I would have thought it would have been not September or October time or even November, but having it in December, at least it's only a couple of months from the initial release date. And then as we continue here, that the untitled Ghostbuster Afterlife sequel is moving from the December 2023 release date, and it will instead open on March 29th, 2024. So I believe that filming has wrapped up. So it's just going to be delayed a couple of months. So instead of being released this year, it'll just be a few more months now for it to be released. And the Bad Boys sequel, the Bad Boys 4 movie, that it will be releasing on June 14th, basically in time for Father's Day weekend. And then another couple of things that are interesting here is that we've got the third Venom movie will be going out in July 12th of 2024. As we know that there was some filming with Tom Hardy posting some pictures on Instagram, but it's funny if you notice the date that this is going to be released before Kraven the Hunter. So Kraven the Hunter was coming out in October, and this one would have been coming out later on next year. But now they've switched the dates. Now that Venom 3 is going to be released before Kraven the Hunter. So you just know that these post-credit scenes are just going to be a complete mess, similar with the Morbius post-credit scenes. And we've got confirmation that the Madam Web movie is moving up 2 days, Valentine's Day, from the February 16th, 2024 days, but just moved by 2 days time. So Sony is just moving a lot of things around here. The biggest one is obviously the Kraven the Hunter, which I really don't understand the decision for that. You know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What your thoughts are about Kraven being delayed for almost a year, Venom coming out before Kraven the Hunter now, and all these delays too. Let me know in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for this weekly entertainment news video here. Let me know your thoughts on everything we discussed in the comment section down below. And again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out whenever we do post the videos here. But I thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't already checked out, I've done a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tier ranking video, so I'll link that somewhere around here, along with all the review playlists for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. So definitely go check that out. And I have got a Twitter link is in the description down below. But thank you for tuning in to another weekly entertainment news video. This is YK Reviews. Peace.